You did not think that you were going to be in banking. You have described your younger self as a hippie who said you would have been horrified to be in a bank.
Right.
But you're in a bank, a big bank. How did it happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it happened, but it didn't happen all at once, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So the hippie needed a job.
There you go. That is important.
That's a start. And I loved working. And the more I worked, the more I realized that to make a contribution in life, you got to be part of the action. And to be part of the action, you have to go where the action is.
In your career coming up, you've said, I didn't have mentors, I had bosses.
Yeah.
And you speak specifically about a former boss, Elizabeth Cook, who had a profound impact on you.
Right.
What did she say? What did she do?
Well, showing up was half of it. I mean, remember, I was a hippie, so I arrived in the office with, clogs and a Mexican wedding dress. So, she was stylish. She was 40, which to me would seem like 80. And she had 2 kids, and she had come back to work, and she was divorced, and she was going to graduate school at night, and she had a boyfriend. This seemed like a lot. And I thought, well, I'm 22, I could at least take some of this on. And it just opened the door to me that what a woman could do at what I thought then was a super advanced age. And it just gave me enormous energy.
But on that question that I hate the question of having it all in balance, you have said, I don't have it all, and I don't think men have it all either. No. They're just better at faking it.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're probably, well, or they don't care, I don't know. Who knows? I think for us, for women, you just make these decisions. You want to be married, you want to have kids, you're making those decisions. So your workplace can accommodate to a degree, and then you've got to have some flexibility. Maybe this job, the next job isn't going to happen for a few years because you're nursing a baby, or you've got a sick kid, or you're trying to make it all happen. Is the husband got the same issues? No. When I say faking it, they kind of just don't mention these things.
But you've said that's okay. I mean, in your life, you have talked specifically, Anne, about pedaling back.
Yeah.
And look where you are now. I mean, that's important for young women to hear. That I'm not so young anymore, but that's important for me to hear.
Right, but I would have been there 10 years earlier if I'd been able to go straight ahead.
But does it matter? But would you have been the mom you were? You're a mom of 4, you have a special needs daughter.
Right.
Well, you may have been there earlier, but what would you have given up for your children?
Way too much. I'm totally happy with what I did. But I didn't feel that it was, when I couldn't move ahead, I didn't feel it was someone else's problem. I felt that I knew I couldn't move ahead.
Were you at peace with that? Because you talk about watching people.
No, I wasn't at peace at it. I mean, come on, who's at peace with it?
I don't know. A lot of people would say they are, frankly, Anne, and you know that.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Of course, I wasn't at peace at it. I couldn't stand it, but I also decided that this is what I had to do. Bite your tongue.
You watched people whiz by you.
Oh yeah, blow by me. Didn't love it, but I also knew I had to get home, or I couldn't get on the plane, or I couldn't work till midnight. You just are presented with a situation and you have to make a decision generally right then. So I can't do that.
Yeah.
Whether I want to, I just felt that I couldn't, so I didn't.